Welcome to the Sunday morning podcast for RomWills.com. And I'm your host, Rom Wills. Once again, we're going to simulcast this across all of my platforms. Believe in yourself. You know what? A few days ago on my YouTube platform, I did a podcast talking about confidence and everything. And I want to go a little bit further because confidence is ultimately about believing in yourself. Now, you know what? It's hard to do in this society. That's the biggest problem. That's the single biggest problem because, first of all, we live in a society where you have several forces that are trying to get you to follow their agenda. And the only way they can get you to do it is to break down your self-image. You know, you're not going to follow someone or follow an agenda if you know who you are. And it comes from several areas. One of the main things is media. Yeah, because if you think about media, what do? The media tells you, hey, you need this toothpaste to be attractive, or you need to have this car, or you need to live this lifestyle, or you need to look like a certain way in order to find happiness. And, you know, the media is basically controlled by the corporations. And the corporations, what's their job? To sell stuff. Now, if a person feels like that they can't get a mate unless they buy that brand of toothpaste, or unless they buy that certain type of bed, or if they buy those clothes, or they eat these foods, you know, they got to get you to do that. If you don't, hey, they lose money. So they have to break you down. They have to tell you, hey, you're nothing without our products. You know what? I remember when I was little, right? And I learned a valuable lesson. I remember there was these shoes. I forgot what the name. I think they were like PFs, or I forgot what the name of them was. But the big thing was you had to have those shoes in order to run fast, right? And I remember I got me a pair, right? And, you know, when you kids, at least back then, you know, you was always playing sports, playing outside and everything. And I remember I raced some guy, right? And I still didn't beat him. And I had these new shoes, you know, these shoes that were supposed to make me faster, and he still outran me. And I learned something then as a child. I was like, nah, if I want to outrun this dude, I'm going to have to practice running. It has nothing to do with anything external, but they have the quote unquote, they have to break you down in order to feel like you need whatever it is from them. Right. And then it wouldn't be so bad if it was just the media, but you get it from your friends and family. You get it from the people closest to you. Because what happens is people either have an idea of how you should behave and how you should be, and they will constantly tell you, or they feel bad about their position in life and who they are, and thus they want to break you down. And I've seen that a lot. You know, you could be the type of person that generally feel good about themselves, go through life. You know what? People call you arrogant. People will say, what's wrong with you? And it's not even a case of that you're trying to put everybody else down. You're just walking with your head held high. You know, you comfortable with yourself. So what they going to do? They're going to come at you. They're going to try to break you down. It's like when some people try to break down a beautiful woman or something. You know, they get a lot of hatred. They say, well, she ain't all that. And, you know, guys get it too. Not so much for looks, sometimes for looks. But, you know, if a guy's walking around, he's confident, he holds his head high, somebody's going to have a problem with it. So they're going to try to break you down. They're going to say, hey, you know what? You're not all that. And I mean, they'll go out their way to do it. Right? And then, of course, you're going to get enemies who are going to do it anyway. You expect that from them. So, you know, you're like, yeah, whatever. But you have to remember, at the end of the day, the person that knows you best is you. You know what you can do. You know what you are capable of doing. You know what you like. You know your limits. So it's very important that you act on it. Now, when I say believe in yourself, you don't want to be to the point where you believe that you can do something that you haven't like proved that you can do. You know, because you get some people, they believe in themselves, but it's really low self-esteem. It's like somebody who really feels like that they're ugly, but they constantly telling people how good they look. But deep down, that's not what they feel about themselves. See, one of the keys to believing in yourself is just being realistic. You know, you can't tell, like the looks thing. That's a good one. Look, you can't tell what other people are going to see about you, but you can feel good about whatever you have. Whatever look you have, whatever you got going on, you can feel good about it. It's like, hey, this is me. Like I always tell people I'm average looking. That's because I'm like, I look at myself, and I'm good with it though. I don't be like, oh, I need to like cut this or do this or whatever. You know, I'm not thinking, oh, I don't look as good as the other person. I'm like, nah, I like how I look. And I don't really care what others think. It's like, shoot, hey, I gotta look at myself. I'm good with looking at myself in the mirror, right? Now, this ain't saying, like I said, this ain't saying I'm like better than anybody or worse than anybody. I say I just like me. That's all I can do, you know. And also, you know, that's just one example. Just going through life, a person has to say, you know what? I'm able to accomplish this. And you know, and here's the best way to believe in yourself. If you're listening to this now, that means you survived another day, regardless of where you're at. So you have to believe in yourself to know that you can get up in the morning, that you can at least survive another day, no matter what's going on. That's at the base. And then, you know what? Think about everything that you've accomplished in life. You know, everything that you've had a win with. And I know some people think, well, I haven't had a win with too much. Well, no, you're surviving. That's a win right there. And everybody has done something. If you're out here and you have if you have a roof over your head, you can keep a steady job. You know, you got some people, at least a few people who like you. And I don't mean just in a romantic sense, but just period. They, you know what, they want to be around you. Shoot, that's a success. You know, that's a belief. You can say, hold up, at least I know I got this. No matter what's going on, right? You can build on it. You can develop skills to build on. And you can know that you can do it. And, you know, and the thing is, you have to know who you are and believe in yourself stronger than what everybody else does. Because, you know, bringing it back to that media example. That's the whole point is to sell stuff. And to get you thinking about stuff or to manage who you think you are. To get you to support their agenda. But at the end of the day, shoot, you're the one who has to look yourself in the mirror. And you have to say, hold up, this is me, this is what's working, this is what's not working. And it's not saying, you know, ignore something that you need to change. But you have to believe in yourself to know that you can change it. You know? You have to believe in yourself. If you survive something, you know, I use the example of, you know, just getting up in the morning. But if you've been through some bad stuff and you still here, you know, you're like, wait a minute, you got to look at it, right? You got to be like, you know what? I done went through all that. I'm still here. You got to laugh about it too. You be like, wait a minute. You know what? Somebody done broke up with me, stole my car, favorite teams lost. You know, people done called me this, that, and the third, you know, piled on while I was down, and I'm still here. That meant their best, and the world's best couldn't do anything. You got to believe in yourself to that extent. You know, seriously. You're like, wait a minute, hold up. And you know, I would say this for ultimately. Because one of the problems and one of the reasons why people don't believe in themselves is that they focus on what went wrong. And you know what? You learn when stuff goes wrong or something didn't go your way or you had a setback, those are just learning experiences. The key to believing in yourself is to focus on the times you've won, no matter what. Yeah, you want to acknowledge the times that you've fallen. But you have to believe in yourself that you got back up and then you accomplished this. Everybody has done something worthwhile in their lives. And that's what they have to focus on. They have to focus their energy there. You know, don't focus on that other thing. See, the quote unquote they want you to do that. That way, they can sell you that product that you know you don't need. Because that product they selling you is to make you feel good. And that's what they trying to tell you. It's like, hey, if you want to feel good about yourself, you got to buy this product. But nah, you don't need it unless you just like that product, unless you have a practical use for it. Or even with your friends and everything, they're going to try to break you down. But then you got to look at them like, and family members, they trying to get you to go in their agenda. But you got to look at them like, you know what? That's your weakness if you're trying to like put me down. Because I know what I am. You know, like this Rasta said to me one time, Rasta man, he said, yeah, I know who I am. So you got to believe in yourself no matter what, man. No matter what. You know, I'm going to share something with y'all. I'm going to share something. Despite everything I accomplished in life, there were times I've been down, right? It was kind of funny, right? I was telling a friend the other day, I remember there was like a few days, a few years ago, right? Now, you know, I was working and everything, I had a paycheck coming, but, you know, I had a few days to get to that paycheck. And I literally had $4 to get through the week. Literally $4 to get through the week. Now, it wasn't as bad as some people in that position where you got $4 to get through the month and you don't have a job. So I wasn't worried, but I look back at it. It's still inconvenience. But I wasn't worried about it because I was just like, you know what? There's going to be the time where instead of $4 to get through the week, I got 4,000 to get through the week. You know, 40,000 to get through the week. I haven't got to the 40,000 yet, but let's just say I've gotten to the 4,000. So you know what? I was able to do that because I wasn't worried. I was like, I know what I can do. And you know, like I said, we go through peaks and valleys. I focused on at the peak, and I said, oh, okay, I got to do something about this. Boom, everything's different. So, you know what? Always believe in yourself, no matter what. All right. No matter, so people gonna come at you. Take it as an honor that they come at you. Right. Just take it as an honor. Anyway, right. That's it for today. Keep rising and transforming. Peace.